Stakes, starting with the 1, Jovial. Longest shot on the board. Quiddell set the pace. The name, a matchup with the owner's kids' names. Trainer Greg Sacco's Triple Crown debut. The 2 is Everfast, the fast closing Preakness runner-up at 29-1. He's won just 1 of 11 starts. That was his debut. Luis Saez, on disqualified maximum security in the Derby, rides this horse for the first time. Randy, the 3, Master Fencer.
Pink earmuffs and all, trying to become the first Japanese-based horse to win a Triple Crown race. 6th officially in the Kentucky Derby, coming from last place, but he ran the fastest final quarter mile of any horse in the Derby field. Julie Leparoux back aboard.
We also saw in the Derby the horse that is the 4 today, Tax.
Purchased for only $50,000 in his race last fall, has bankrolled over 300K since. He was second to favorite Tappertus in his Derby prep back in April, but he faded to 15th in Louisville. Expect him to be part of the early pace.
Right now, the number 4 choice of the odds is the 5, Bourbon War. 8th, despite being a 5-1 choice at the Preakness, has never won a graded stakes race. 3-time Belmont winner Mike Smith rides this horse for the first time. 12-1 is the 6, Spinoff. That's one of the 2 Todd Pletcher trained horses. Spinoff, a disappointing 18th in the Derby, owned by the brothers who own the Chanel fashion label. To the 7, Randy, that is Sir Winston.
A stablemate of War of Will and the Bard of trainer Mark Casse didn't run in the Derby or the Preakness. He was second, though, here at Belmont Park, a fast closing second in a race called the Peter Pan. Joel Rosario aboard.
Jerry, the number 3 choice of the odds, getting more interest. The 8, Intrepid Heart.
With only 3 lifetime starts, he's light on seasoning, but certainly bred to like the distance. He was most recently 3rd in the Peter Pan Stakes here at Belmont in prep for this race, and his trainer Todd Pletcher, he's won 3 Belmonts.
All right, the 2 getting the most attention. 9, War of Will. First horse impacted by maximum security in the Derby. Fans react as he's shown on the big screen. He got the fair shot, won the Preakness, trying to give Gaffleon, Casse, and Barber their 2nd career Triple Crown wins. And the favorite is the 10, Tacitus. 3 wins and 5 starts, placed 3rd in the Derby, trained by this year's Derby winner Bill Mott. Tacitus last won a few miles from here, winning the Wood Memorial at Aqueduct. Can he do the Queen's Double, the Aqueduct victory in the Wood Memorial, and the Belmont win in the biggest race here in New York, the 151st Belmont Stakes. Which jockey's going to do it? Luis Saez, after all the Derby drama, what's going to happen here? He's on the Preakness runner-up Everfast. Mike Smith's going for a 4th Belmont in 10 years, and back-to-back, he's on Bourbon War. Jose Ortiz looking for his 2nd Belmont win in 3 years. Will it come with the favorite Tacitus, or will it be Tyler Gaffleon going for the Preakness Belmont double with War of Will? Talking's done. Racing time. 151st Belmont is next.
So what brings you to New York? Oh, the Belmont. Man, I love horse racing. You saw what happened at the Derby, right?
They're off in the Kentucky Derby. It was nuts. I mean, Maximo Security curves the line in first, right? Looks like the horse won. And then what? An inquiry. An inquiry at the Derby. You must be kidding, right?
Come on, man. 22 minutes to decide the winning horse? I can get you from Harlem to Brooklyn in 22 minutes. And the Preakness, forget about it. That was unbelievable.
That was crazy. So having that jockey out there, he got flipped like a pancake. I'm glad he's good though. Went a little sound like this. Thought that was wild. That horse running the race without the jockey. How you even do that?
That was insane. I don't know if my own horse here, Charlie Brown, can handle that, especially here in New York City at the Belmont. The longest race these horses were ever going to run. That's why they call it the test of the champion.
I'm telling you, racing gets me every time. And for my money, the Belmont is the best of them all. The history, the size, the scope, here in the Big Apple. Come on, how can you get better than that? Look like this is your stop. Enjoy the race.
Well, they've enjoyed the day, and Rambergs for today. We have a front row view of what's about to unfold in a century-and-a-half old sporting tradition, the Belmont Stakes. Tacitus 9-5 now, a little bit better than 2-1, followed by War of Will. Intrepid Heart has stayed solid as the 3rd choice. Now let's look at these horses as they get set to load. Jerry, I'll start with Tacitus, the favorite in here.
Well, it's his home track. He's had the time off. He didn't run in Preakness. We've talked about that. I think he'll get a good attending position, even from the 10th post. It's not a bad post here at Belmont, especially with some tactical speed. He drops over in behind the first flight early, and then it's up to his jockey, Jose Ortiz, when to pull the trigger.
Terrific bloodlines from Tapit. That's been a story. 3 of the last 5 winners of this race. War of Will, the second choice, Randy.
So we know how talented he is. We saw it in the Preakness. Why is he not the favorite? Well, historically, right, if you throw out American Pharaoh and Justify as Triple Crown outliers, the last 19 horses that have run in the Derby and the Preakness and the Belmont, 18 of those had a worse finishing position in the Belmont than they did in the Preakness. It tends to take something out of horses to run in all 3 legs. That's the big question about War of Will.
They never come back this fast. They never go this far. 1.5 miles. Intrepid Heart bred for 1.5 miles.
1 of 2 for Todd Pletcher, adding blinkers for this race, and I don't really know what it's going to do to him early. Blinkers typically put more speed into a horse, but trainer Todd Pletcher said it's not going to really do that to him. It makes him focus more. He has a tendency to look around, but he shouldn't be too far back. I'd say within the first 5 lengths of the field.
Todd has the 8 Intrepid Heart and the 6 Spinoff. Great success in this race. Mark Casse has Sir Winston, the 7, but of course has War of Will, trying to go with back-to-back Triple Crown victories. Bill Mott, he has Tacitus here. Can he find a second leg of the Triple Crown? A very unique season. So they are loading, they are ready. The crowd builds here in New York.
The last time you rode this horse was the first time you rode him. You were second in the Peter Pan Stakes. What did you learn about him that day that helped you pull a win off today in the Belmont?
Yeah, well, he's a very, nice horse. He just have to let it do his thing, and then, he just stay there and he just do the job. So, yeah, really happy.
Joel, this is your second Belmont Stakes win. You just shifted your tack back from California here to New York. Does this feel like really good timing to win the crown jewel of their racetracks?
Oh, of course, for sure. I just love to be here. I love New York, and then, and it's even better now. I got it. The chance to win, the Belmont. So it's just another reason for me, for my career. They come through. So, thanks to everybody to really give me the support, and, thanks God for let it happen. And then, Jimmy, I have to say something. I think, Jimmy did a really good job with this horse here.
Joel, I can't see the race from where I sit, but it sounds like he showed a tremendous amount of heart making a move up the inside, and then you had to go around.
Yes. It seemed like he don't mind to be inside, and then, I just take my time on him. He actually, for the distance, he broke pretty good, because the last time was a Mother May, and then, there was a good speed in front, and then that's why I was a little far back. And then, today he was a little closer, so I just let it be what he was comfortable there.
All right, well done, Joel. Let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, thank you, Donna. I'm with winning trainer Mark Casse, who has taken 2/3 of this Triple Crown with 2 different horses, War of Will and the Preakness, and Sir Winston today. Mark, your thoughts on the performance of what many people thought was your other horse coming in here?
I said all week long, he was doing really well. He had a race up at the track. What can I say? It's just exciting.
What were you thinking as they're returning for home? War of Will's much in the hunt. You see Sir Winston making his move.
I could see where War of Will was struggling a little bit. He looked like he was maybe a little flat today. And I saw Joel cut the corner a little bit. I could see where War of Will was getting a little weary. So I went to riding Sir Winston. It's tough to do because you have 2 horses, and I love War of Will as well. But what can I say? The farmers, they've been so great to us, and to give us this opportunity, it's just a dream come true.
Well, congratulations. You take 2 of the 3.
Thank you.
All right, and Mike, as we said earlier, Tracy Farmer, the owner, named him after, of course, Winston Churchill, and today it was Sir Winston's finest hour.
2 days after the 75th anniversary of D-Day, named after the former UK Prime Minister Winston Churchill. Tracy Farmer mentioned there, spent 4 decades as a thoroughbred owner and breeder.
So there's no inquiry, Mike, and you know why there's not going to be an objection? Because one Casse horse interfered with the other Casse horse.
Great point. Great point. Sir Winston, the unofficial winner. Jovia third. Tax fourth. We'll give you the full order momentarily. But the Belmont Stakes in the books. And a little bit of a surprise. Not a lot of conversation about Mark Casse's other horse, Sir Winston. A month ago, he had never trained a Triple Crown winner. Now he's got 2. And Sir Winston is the second one. Also the first time he brought a horse to the Belmont. Pretty special final leg of the Triple Crown for Mark Casse. the 58-year-old from Indianapolis. And for Joel Rosario, he could have ridden never fast. Instead, he chose Sir Winston. He chose right and won the Belmont.
Got to be time. By Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade, now available in Diet. And by Longines, the official watch and timekeeper of the Belmont Stakes. Today's betting coverage is brought to you by Geico.
Celebratory scene for the connections for the 7th. Sir Winston, winner of the 151st Belmont Stakes on this about 80-degree day. Here just outside of New York City, in Elmont, New York, it is official. Here are the payouts. Sir Winston, the winner, 10 to 1, so 2240, 880, and 610. Tacitus, the favorite, finishes second, 390, 320. Jovi in the early pace, but stayed up there. 21 to 1, so pace 870. That beats up the try, 710 1. The superfecta goes for $10,000 with tax. The 4-horse finishing fourth. By the way, War of Will finishes ninth. We'll give you the full order of finish a bit later on. But let's go back and look at a key tactical point of this race with our Gillette Skin Guard race replay.
So the difference in the race, and Randy was totally right, is the ground lost by Tacitus and the ground saved by Sir Winston, who was on the rail with the white cap. Right in there, as they let it run, you can see Sir Winston takes the inside route. He was there almost the entire turn. Tacitus is 4 or 5 wide. Big difference.
And that's the second turn. On the first turn, Sir Winston was on the rail, and Tacitus was in the 3 to 4 path around the first turn. So that's a lot of difference in ground loss. We're not making excuses for Tacitus because we couldn't it. But just pointing out analytically that ground loss can make a great deal of difference. The pace was also a big factor. Very slow pace. That's why Jovi and I felt out the turn.
And you see Tacitus closing, ends up a length behind, and that wide path, that little bit difference in the amount of ground covered, as you saw in our Gillette Skin Guard race replay. Sir Winston, does the horse know? He knows he ran first, get some good oats, get a couple of peppermints, maybe extra peppermints to enjoy it all.
Mark Casse knows.
Yeah, the human connections all know exactly right, including Mark Casse, who has won 2 of the 3 legs of this year's Triple Crown. Classic. That's Saturday night, 1 week from tonight, 8:30 Eastern, on NBC SN. Party is ending here at Belmont. It's just beginning there in New York City on a beautiful summer Saturday night. Pretty good race. Good crowd on hand as well. Here's the complete order of finish. We showed you the top 4. Master Fencer from Japan. Couldn't make that late charge. Finishes 5th. On back to Intrepid Heart, the 3rd choice, 3rd to last. War of Will, the 2nd choice, 2nd to last. And Bourbon War had the best view of the other 9 horses. To the winners, Sir Winston, and to the winner's circle. Here's Lafitte Pincott III.
All right, Mike, very pleased to be joined by David O'Rourke. He's in and CEO of the New York Racing Association. David, congratulations on hosting a terrific day of thoroughbred racing. Thank you so much for being here. Also joined by Michael Del Giudice. He's the chairman of the New York Racing Association. He will be presenting the Belmont Trophy, the August Belmont Trophy. Not to the owner, Tracy Farmer. This is becoming a theme. Owners not present when their horses win classic races. Instead, it'll be his nephew, Robert McQueen, accepting.
Thanks, Lafitte. And thanks to all of your fans attending today's 151st Belmont. Representing Governor Andrew Cuomo and the New York Racing Association, it's my honor to present to you the 2018 August Belmont Trophy. Congratulations on a great race.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Tracy Farmer, a great champion of the industry and a great Kentuckian, I accept this trophy. Thank you.
Your uncle has been in this game for a long time. He's watching from home. What do you think this moment means winning his first American Classic at Belmont State?
I know he and Carol are just thrilled right now. I mean, this is a lifetime in the industry spent, and again, they're great champions of the industry, and I know they're thrilled, and we can't wait to bring the trophy back to Kentucky.
Congratulations to you and your uncle. Over to Brittany with the winning pilot, Joel Rosario, and winning trainer, Mark Casse. Brittany.
Lafitte, thank you very much. Yes, congratulations, Mark. Congratulations, Joel, as well as Tracy Farmer. Unbelievable race by Sir Winston. For the presentation of the beautiful timepieces, thanks to Longines, we have Longines U.S. Brand President, Pascal Savoy. Congratulations to the entire connection, the 151st Belmont Stakes going to Sir Winston. Mike?
And Triple Crown win at number 3 and second Belmont for Joel Rosario, the jockey. Just one last question, guys, before we wrap up the Triple Crown season. So we saw Sir Winston move out, and that caused a little bit of a bump there with the 9 and the 10. I'm conditioned now to look overly look, I should say, at those things. You thought it was okay, no problems?
Well, he did bother War of Will when he came out, but it was his stablemate. So if there was a foul claim at that point, then the Cassie horse would have been disqualified, and that certainly wasn't going to happen. But there probably could have been an inquiry.
Yeah, it could have been. The War of Will was also fading. I don't know that it cost him a placing, so that was probably factored in too. One thing for sure, it throws a 3-year-old picture up in the air. Might be settled when we do the Haskell and even the Parks race.
Now here's what we're talking about. You see right here, he veers out into the path of War of Will, causes him to stumble a bit, maybe clip heel slightly.
And when you look at attached to this chart, his finish is a length back, but wasn't really slowed as much by that contact. Can you put this whole 5 weeks into a sentence or two?
Chaos. I'll do it in one word.
No disqualifications in the Belmont. The jockeys all stayed super glued to the saddles. But we had an upset, chaos, in a way.
We did. And you made a good point. It'll be a very interesting rest of the 3-year-old campaign all the way through to the Breeders' Cup. Great being with you guys again. It's an absolute blast. And our awesome team, led by Rob Hyland, Drew Esikoff, and the entire NBC horse racing team. Coming up tonight here on NBC, it's an all-new Dateline Mystery. Tomorrow night, Game 6. Bruins, Blues look to win the Cup for the first time next Saturday. The Breeders' Cup Challenge Series continues with the Stephen Foster. We leave you with the sights and sounds of the Triple Crown season 2019. One unlike any other, as we say so long, from Belmont. The first Saturday in May belongs to Louisville, Kentucky. There's a party and a horse race that are the most unpredictable of their time. Maximum Security wins the Kentucky Derby! There's been a disqualification. For the first time in the history of the Kentucky Derby, the horse that crossed the line first has been disqualified. Country House wins the Kentucky Derby.
They're off in the Preakness and Pony Express. Lost the jockey.
War of Will won the Preakness. New York City on a beautiful Saturday in June.
They're off